We're live.
We're live.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing, 1, 2, 3, hello. Well, Pam, we should probably begin this meeting with me pointing out the fact that you didn't respond to my Bitmoji.
I had a lot going on at 5:30 today.
Totally, I get it.
As if there have been situations where you didn't respond to my Bitmoji.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, it was out of context. I wasn't sure what your little man in a hole was in reference to.
I think I got to update mine now. He has a beard.
Yeah, I want you to have your little porn stash on there.
No, it's already gone.
I know, but it was so good. It's chilly hour. Chilly hour's a little late.
Ooh, it's a late chilly hour today.
Well, the sun's going down. Chilly hour happens when the sun starts going down.
Gotcha. Remember? Oh, remember, Pam?
Remember chilly hour?
Remember those winter and early spring days when we'd be working and the sun would start going down around 4:00 and we'd all be at the theater and we'd be preparing for the show that weekend. And
I was thinking about going to the theater and to do a little bit of work, but then I just was like, I don't even know if I could be in there. It'll make me too sad.
Yeah, it's weird. We've been in there twice, I think. Amelia likes to run around and play a little bit, and yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I mean, there was like stuff like printed flyers in the box office for the mockumentary show that would have been that Saturday, and it was like I had an ad on there for the upcoming registration for classes, and it's just like you could just see like everything just got like out of nowhere. We thought everything was rolling along fine, and then all of a sudden
it's like if it really was an apocalypse, and then you come years later and go through the segments of
there's that 6-pack of beer for Ben's
beer. I told Ben his beer is still in the box office. He shouldn't have forgotten it that one time. He'd forgotten. Little did he know. He thought it was just going to be a week later. It's going to be like 6 months. I told him if he wants to get his beer, I'll let him in there.
Yeah, you could let him in.
Yeah. You went on a treasure hunt today.
Oh yeah, those are cool pictures, huh?
That was so good. She's getting to be such a drawer.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was working, and then Amelia came up and told me what was what, and then she ran away. So I finished up the work that I was doing, and then I walked downstairs and I found in front of the screen door this rolled up scroll that says,
"Your pirate dad."
Your pirate dad. And I opened it up, and there was this is, for the benefit of people who aren't maybe friends with me on social media. Open it up, and there's a whole scroll there. Dear pirate dad, look for these 2 treasures at your own risk. It's backwards on my screen. Watch out for black bears and
people getting in your way. And the map getting in your eye. That was my favorite part. You had been warned.
And yes,
do you hold the map like this? Like what would happen? You could.
Well, it was a pretty big map, and it was a little windy out, so there was a chance of that thing ending up in my eye. But I went out and followed the path, and there were 2 treasures, each marked with 2 twigs like this. X marks the spot. Who's messaging something funny to you right now?
I was going to ask for any suggestions, but Jeff did message something funny to me that said, my husband, who said, "Who's babyface Braidman?" Something like that.
It's me.
It's you. It's you. Go ahead. So there were X's. Did you have to dig?
A little bit of digging. Yep. Just hand digging. It was a hand job.
Okay. I had a student who was telling me, Rich, who's a farmer.
I didn't know he was a farmer, but yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, 3 or 4 sons or something like that. And of course, grew up on the farm. And he said he used to bury stuff for his kids, his boys, like in the field or out in the yard. Because they were like, he had like 3 or 4 sons all around the same age. So there's a lot of energy. So he'd be like, go find the treasure. It's out in the yard. And one day he said he came back, they came back and a friend was there and they're like, he's like, he can't get out of the hole. He's stuck in the hole. He can't find it and he can't get out. And they're like, he's like, it's 3 feet down. There's no, you're in the wrong place. But he would make them treasure maps, but like they were really.
I love it. It was fun. Amelia was very excited.
So
she was very excited to have me searching.
Aww.
And then precious gems.
That was your prize.
The most precious of gems.
Yeah. Very
okay.
cool.
Oof. I don't know when my clippers are going to arrive, but at some point I'm going to have a lot less of this going on.
I am enjoying it.
I'm jealous. Like anybody who already had hair long enough for a ponytail can just pony up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Lot of ponies.
Can't even tell unless you look close.
I'm having masks made. My friend Jolie is making. I'm buying a bunch of masks from her because I think we're gonna all need a lot of masks. Like, I think I'm gonna need 10 masks if we're wearing them all the time, and if you don't want to be doing.
Because you want to do a full laundry between use.
Yes. So a week, you're going to need a week's worth of masks probably. And then, but if you don't want to put them, if you have long hair, the masks, it doesn't go over your eyes. The masks are going to go around my hair and it will hold my hair down. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to be wearing my hair up a lot. These are really not big problems, but.
They're small problems caused by big problems.
Small, yeah, exactly. Causing big hair in my case. Alrighty. Did you want to make a thing?
Let's make a thing.
Oh, Judy Hyde is weighing in.
Hello, Judy.
So good to see you. Jeopardy contestant. Isn't that weird? We've done that one before.
We have, but that doesn't mean we can't take it again.
It doesn't mean we can't take it again. No.
I remember that show was fun. I don't remember it though.
I do. I remember it. It was in the senior center.
Oh, Gibraltar was one of the answers. Things
about Jack Black. I think that was a category. I don't know anything. Jumanji. That's all I know. School of Rock. All right. Jeopardy contestant, singular, is the suggestion.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Your reputation precedes you. Might I just say that first?
Your aura of trivial knowledge precedes you.
It's not trivial.
No, but it is of trivia, therefore trivial. Beth.
Gregory.
It's funny how the world works, isn't it?
Doesn't it? Isn't it crazy? I mean, like, what are the chances? After all this time.
Huh? Yeah, I still, just looking at you again brings back all the feelings, all the memories. I feel like I'm standing alone on a moonlit sidewalk holding a smashed pumpkin in my hands.
I feel like you haven't changed one bit.
Well, I have. There's a lot more knowledge up in this noodle. I'll tell you that much.
And a lot less hair.
That's right. A lot less hair. The more you learn, the less room there is for follicle nonsense. I'm over it.
It's so funny. A follicle nonsense was one of the runner-up names for my my group, my singing group.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I assume you had a gig at some point.
We had many gigs. We'd write straight up to the championship. We ended up going with the title, The Dulcet Tones. Perhaps you've heard about us and our the a cappella champions 06.
Yeah. I just so you know, I had a great Halloween that year. It was great.
All right.
You know, sometimes things that you think are bad at first and then they turn into a good thing after all. So I'm fine. I didn't.
Why would you not? Why would you be fine? I should be the one who was hurt. Shoot. I was waiting for hours.
I was waiting.
Greg, I was waiting for hours.
I was waiting. Beth.
I was waiting for hours. I waited and people came by and kept putting things in my little plastic pumpkin like I was sitting there trick-or-treating. I sat there outside the Starbucks waiting and waiting.
I was waiting for you outside the Starbucks.
How could you be outside the Starbucks if I was outside the Starbucks? I would have seen you.
I was right there. I was looking all over for you. I had my pumpkin. I was standing there like an idiot right on the corner of Main and Elm.
Wait, what?
Why is
Main and Elm?
Yeah, the Starbucks.
You mean Elm and Maple?
What?
I was in the Starbucks in Elm and Maple.
You went to the Starbucks with the drive-through?
Yes, I thought that's yes.
That's everybody knows that's the secondary Starbucks. If not the tertiary Starbucks, once they put in the extra one over on Route 10.
No, but that one wasn't in yet at that point.
Well, but at least the secondary one. Clearly, if you say you're going to meet someone at Starbucks, you're at Main and Elm.
I was in a car. I got out of my car. Picked up a mochaccino.
What are you?
I thought you.
What are you saying, that I've gone the last decade and a half believing that you stood me up on Halloween?
You stood me up on Halloween, Gregory.
You stood me up. I was so sad that I crushed my pumpkin in my own adolescent hands.
I've never celebrated Halloween since then, nor do I acknowledge Halloween at all. It is a dead holiday to me. I do not like it. I turn off my light. No children are allowed to come into my house at this day. I don't buy candy. I haven't eaten a Butterfinger since that night because I just sat there stress eating the whole time.
Same.
I thought you went off with Rebecca.
No,
Rebecca Meyerson.
Yeah, I remember. She's actually Rebecca Alto now. She married some Italian. Doesn't matter though. I had a broken heart. I wasn't able to hold love again.
I guess I just assumed you went off with Rebecca instead of me. I know I'm not much to look at, and certainly that night in my 3CPO suit, maybe I thought you just saw the suit and you kept walking.
Beth, I never cared about your mediocre appearance. It was what was inside that always got me. What still gets me, as soon as I walked into this room and saw you were the competition for tonight, I felt a twinge inside because I know how GD smart you are, Beth. That's what always drew me to you. such extremely specific knowledge about such entirely useless things. Beth, that is what I appreciated about you, and I will venture to say that is what I still appreciate about you. What does appearance have anything to do with anything now? Look at me, I've got a paunch. I'm almost completely bald.
You are completely bald.
I'm almost completely bald. There's some back here.
Oh, so there is.
The only thing that I have going for me now is in the hands of Alex Trebek.
Well, it's both of us, I suppose, Gregory. What I find myself wondering is whether if you are just trying to get into my head right now, because if you were, this would be an excellent technique to use. I've heard about you, Gregory. I read the blogs, of course. I've read all the blogs. I love Jeopardy. Jeopardy are us. Alex is the man. What is Jeopardy? Can I have a vowel, which is about the Wheel of Fortune, but there was ancillary stuff about Jeopardy when Pat Sajak and Alex Trebek were good friends before their big blowout. I read all the blogs, Gregory. You've been on there a lot. And the one thing that they say about you is you play mind games. And I know that to be true from personal experience. But what this smells of a mind game.
Beth, I would never attempt a mind game on you. You're much too wily for that. The only thing I have to offer you, Beth, are my deepest vulnerabilities. The crack that you put in my heart 14 years ago.
Prove it. Prove that you were waiting for me and not off gallivanting with Rebecca Alta now, nay Myers. Prove that you didn't just go off to Joshua's party and have a beer keg-a-thon, dunk apples while I sat there crying in my Butterfingers.
I don't know how I would prove that to you, Beth. Except that night I did enter the primary Starbucks, the one on Main and Elm, and I ordered a caramel macchiato, which I thought would pep me up before you arrived. There was a barista who was working Halloween night. Jeffrey. He still works at the primary Starbucks, last I checked.
And just to be clear, you're giving a very heartfelt speech here. It's not called the primary Starbucks. It is one of 3 Starbucks in town.
Well, sure. You wouldn't call it literally the primary Starbucks because up until this moment, everybody knew.
If you have 3 children, you wouldn't call one the primary child.
Well, you probably would.
No, you don't. You don't.
I mean,
I have nieces and nephews. I would never say one is the primary niece or nephew. In any case, continue. Jeffrey. Yes, I recall Jeffrey. In fact, I know Jeffrey. He runs the book club next door to the book club where I go.
Yes, of course. Well, then you'll know that Jeffrey is famed for having an unflinchable memory.
His memory doesn't flinch.
He remembers every customer's order and how to properly spell their names for their cups.
And
He may remember my order from that night.
all right.
It's not much, Beth. It's all I've got. It's the only proof I've got.
And the proof I have is if you go to the Starbucks on Elm and Maple,
The
you
secondary Starbucks?
the Starbucks.
Oh, tertiary. Now
No.
with the one on Route 10.
It's just a Starbucks, one of three.
The drive-through one.
The one with the drive-through.
Yeah.
Which is drive-through only makes it better, not worse.
Well,
You think that lowers the class of the Starbucks because it has a drive-through?
Yeah.
It still has.
would you like fries with that kind of thing?
Except there aren't fries in Starbucks. Anyway, in front, you will see GT etched in to the sidewalk.
GT?
Gregory Terrell.
Did you put your own initials there?
Well, I started to, and then you didn't show up, and I stopped.
Okay, so you were putting in my initials.
Yeah.
And then you gave up abruptly before writing your own initials.
It wasn't abrupt. It was over the course of hours, Gregory. Oh my God.
Jeffrey.
The barista. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, of course you do. It sounds like you really do.
I do.
So I just want to get this right. You were there alone, but the initials you put in the wet cement of the sidewalk were not yours.
Wet. It wasn't wet, Gregory.
How did you?
I was very upset.
In cement?
Yes.
With what, Beth?
With the metal from my costume. I honed it down into a shiv. My hands need things to do when I'm nervous and sad.
Was it the Tin Man hat? Is that what you?
The C-3PO hat.
Oh. Right.
It was made out of actual metal.
So you finished the T for my last name.
Yes.
Then I'm just trying to imagine, you looked up,
Still
around to the left, to the right. I still wasn't there.
Still weren't there. It was dark out by that point.
And so you...
I just left. I left. I'm not going to humiliate myself standing there in my homemade C-3PO costume while people drop things in my pumpkin. Somebody dropped a hairnet. It's humiliating.
Well, Beth, your story is very sad. If I didn't know any better, I thought you were trying to get in my head.
Why would I be doing that?
Because we are here. We're down to the finals. It's you, me, and one other poor schmuck with $500,000 on the line.
That's right.
So
one person's going home with the prize. And it's not going to be the poor schmuck.
I would be honored to lose to you, Beth Aronson. I don't expect that I will lose, but if I had to lose, I would be honored to have it be you.
You're not going to lose. No, you're not. I'm not going to. I've worked too hard for this. I am not going to let you do this to me. Every time I close my eyes, every night, I feel sad because there's a Gregory Terrell size hole in my heart. And it just is where my mind goes when I close my eyes at night. Wonder's Gregory doing? I wonder what he's doing. I wonder if I made a mistake or it was something I did or something wrong with me that made him not show up. No, I funneled my heartbreak into Jeopardy, and I'm not going to let you take this away from me.
You sound like you're telling my story right now, Beth. My story. Every fall when I go grocery shopping and they have the pumpkins laid out in front of the doors, I see that pumpkin, and you know what I taste in my mouth? shame and embarrassment and heartbreak and caramel macchiato. It's all in there in my mouth, and I've never gotten over it. And I funneled that disappointment and that pain into Jeopardy.
Into Jeopardy.
You're the reason I'm here.
You're the reason I'm here, Greg. May the best one win.
May the best one win. Scene. Wow.
I didn't see that coming.
I sort of feel like I'm the schmuck now.
I feel like a schmuck too.
That was brutal.
Really tough.
That was not just a defeat. That was
a routing. You were routed.
I feel like I was flanked by cavalry.
I was drawn and quartered.
I was like tarred and feathered.
The Jeopardy nightmares that I've been having, when you go on the show unprepared, that was worse than every nightmare I've had.
Right. That was like if I was having one of those nightmares, but also someone was smothering me with a pillow at the same time and pushing a sharp edge of a paper clip into my navel.
At one point, I looked down to see if I was wearing pants because I thought it was a nightmare.
I pinched myself so hard I made a bruise.
Don't believe me. I know what you're saying.
Well, Beth, for what it's worth, I was not trying to get into your head.
I see that now. And for what it's worth, I was not trying to get into your head either.
Do you want to get some coffee?
Yes.
Sorry, I know. I don't think we're supposed to hang out in here, though.
I know, we should go. They're turning off all the lights. Yeah. I'd love to get coffee.
You want to meet at Starbucks?
No!
What? Oh!
No. Can we meet someplace else? Like Chili's or Applebee's? Or how about someplace where there's only one of them?
Great.
There's so many chains in this town. Well, I'll drive and you follow me.
Okay. All right.
Okay. The whole time during the game, I was thinking that this would be the real contest. This would be the moment of truth. I knew if you were still interested, that if you were playing games with me, you would have left already. I guess part of my head was here the whole time.
That's your whole head. Your whole head is up there.
Yeah.
Crazy that Final Jeopardy question, huh? What are the odds?
What are the odds of that? Flipping 15-year-olds. Who knew they were so smart?
I know.
That kind of makes it worse, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't. It was about a macchiato. That was the right answer.
Just nuts. Nuts. It was like a blind spot in my knowledge because I can't bear to look too closely.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Okay. I'm in the silver Range Rover.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. I have a Prius, a red Prius.
Of course you do, Beth. It's not what's on the outside that matters. It's what's inside. That's you. Okay. I'll follow you.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Okay. Scene. Oh, those guys.
Are they gonna make it, Pam?
They're gonna make it. I don't know. Actually, I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the reality is not gonna live up to the dream that they've been pining away for all this time.
Yeah, I don't think that guy's gonna end up in a long-term relationship. He'll ruin it.
She's pretty set in her ways. Like, it's not like she could live with somebody else, but they maybe could have live in their own houses, date until they're in their 70s. Is that the final? What was the final Jeopardy that you were thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking macchiato, but
Awesome. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was different than our other Jeopardy show.
Very different.
So the first Jeopardy show, if you don't remember, I played your Jeopardy coach.
Right.
And I was coaching you on how to Jeopardy.
That's right. Awesome. Thank you all.
Sally's dad thinks they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it.
Love it.
A romantic.
Never
know.
Judy, a macchiato, many barista beverages have a different meaning depending on where you get it. But where I was trained, a macchiato is a double shot of espresso with a small dollop of whipped cream on top.
I have no idea what a macchiato is because I don't really drink coffee. And I think
at Starbucks, actually, it's like a big sugary blended thing.
Usually that's what everything is a big sugary blended thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you to everybody for watching. We're of course here every night at 8:00 except for Sundays. Tomorrow night we got an open night, so that's the one time this week where any HVC cast members can drop in, and we'll find something fun to do off the cuff. So that's what we're doing.
What's Friday? Do you remember? Friday and Saturday?
Friday is. Nope, it's gone. Happy Valley Championship is Saturday night.
Oh, fun! Yeah.
And Friday is
something else.
Mockumentary? No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember right now.
I don't know, but I know that all day long I've been kind of like putting bugs in people's ears about next week. So next week it looks like we're going to be doing scripted, unscripted.
That's right.
Thursday with Stephanie Carlson and Kate Damon and one other person probably.
Yeah.
And it looks like we might be doing The Thing Is. Sally and Jim maybe will be joining us for that. We are going to doing an improvised mockumentary. Was that the other show that we were?
I believe so.
And Dirty Vanilla Box will be playing next week too. So much fun ahead! Yay!
Yeah. All right. We appreciate you all. Stay happy and healthy and safe.
Stay happy and healthy and safe.